Hey and hello there everyone! Welcome back to the post-strike streams. Oh, do I need to change the name of these? I don't know. Welcome back to Dynamax Adventures Shiny Hunting on the Weekends! I don't know. How are you doing? I hope you've been well. It's been a whole bunch of days since I last saw you guys, gals, non-binary pals. Have you had a good week? Now that I am, for those who don't know, if you're just joining today and you haven't watched me recently, I now am not doing the weekdays, but I am still doing weekends, doing Saturdays and Sundays. So I have not seen you guys, gals, non-binary pals, for like 5 days. 6 days, I guess, even actually. If you say Sunday, that was 6 days ago. So I hope you've been good. We'll catch up and see how you've all been in a second. But yeah, but anyway, let's say hi to some people, and then I'll ask how you are, and we'll get into the stream and stuff. So Kevin, hi, and Jupiter, hi, Small Shiny Guy, hi, I hope you're not feeling too bad or anything. Kieran, hi, and Xander, hi, and was there anyone else? Lily, hi. So yeah, hi. Oh, you bought Sword and the DLC. Oh. And Sky High! Hello, welcome. Lovely to see so many of you. If you could please click like on the video now that I'm streaming less. I need all those metrics. We're so close to 3,050 subscribers. Can we find some people still playing Sword and Shield in the year 2025? Let's find out. So anyway, Bark. Let's get into the game. But how have you guys, gals, non-binary pals been? Now that, again, normally there would only ever be like a day or two between streams for me to ask, how have you guys been? But we've had a whole 6 days. Has anyone like fallen in love and gotten married, or gotten a new job, or switched parents? I don't know. Like, what kind of exciting stuff have you guys been up to? Been spending more time with Oreo, your pet. Is Oreo a cow cat or a tuxedo cat of some kind? That sounds about right. But I could be a rabbit though. Could be a cow rabbit or just a cow. I don't know. Anyway, Bark. So let me know how you've been. I will just do my quick spiel. Been playing games, walking dogs, and kicking ass. No, surviving allergies. That's kind of like kicking butt though, right? So Cuba, hello! Oh, Sky, you might be getting a PS5 for a good price soon from a friend. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, Sky, does this have anything to do with a certain video game saying that it's no longer gonna run on the PS4? This was on my list of things to talk about today, but it might have organically come up a bit earlier than I had anticipated. But anyway, Buck, let's see. Oh, just played the new Dandy's World update. Space Dandy. He's a dandy guy from space. Anyway, guys, gals, non-binary pals. I have kind of forgotten how to do this, so let's see if I can remember what the heck's going on. I do tickets and template, don't I? So, guys, gals, non-binary pals. My tickets are Thunderous, Kartana, and Stack Attacker. So those are the things we'll go for first, and then we'll go for Celesteela and Nihilego later, into the abyss. But yeah, so Thunderous, Kartana, and Stack Attacker. That's who we're going to aim for first. Hopefully we have people here who can do that, maybe. So if you can do those, now would be a very lovely and amazing time to let me know. So what you're going to do is you are going to say, strike, I can do, and then let me know who you can do out of Thunderous, Kartana, and or Stack Attacker. So strike, in big capital letters, I can do, Thunderous, Kartana, Stack Attacker. Ready, set, bow. Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, no, I was surprised to see that. I do know that I think PlayStation did announce kind of recently that they do have more, like in terms of people actively playing Sony consoles, more people are finally now playing the PlayStation 5 than the PlayStation 4. So people, if people have you know, more people have kind of moved on than not now, so I do wonder if maybe that had a little bit of a something to do with it, although I imagine a decision like this would be made with, like, more advance than just like, yeah, we're just not gonna do this anymore. Zonda! It's Zonda Day! Zonda, Zonda, it's a name you should know. Wait. Okay, so, but no, let's see what we've got. Yeah, no, phone wouldn't work, so, but yeah, dang, okay, so let's see what we've got. Let's get the old spreadsheet arena and, figure this out, shall we? So, Zonda, oh, I was gonna, oh, never mind. Oh, no, I think I did. Kiba. Kevin is not Kiba. And then Karen. Hang on, where's Karen? Is Karen not here? Did I? Oh, I think I like... Oh. I think somehow Karen got deleted from the spreadsheet. Hang on. Where is Karen? Maybe I clicked like an adjacent person or something. Yeah, I think Karen got kicked... Oh, Karen got kicked off the active players list. How funny. Given that, like, Karen is, like, you know, one of our, like, literal most consistent people. Okay. Anyway, Bark. So let's see what, hang on. 1, 2, 3, and, oh, is it just 3? Wait, no, 4. No, yeah, that 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so, oh, so just to check, Sky, you are not available to play. I just want to make sure I've got that right. Okay, so we've got Zada, Keeper, Kevin, let's see what we've got here, shall we? Thunderous Stack Attacker, Thunderous Katana. Okay, so I think we should probably go for, like, Thunderous first, I feel. Do you feel? Sorry, if you understand that reference, cool. If you don't, it's okay. You got to leave for work soon. I did think maybe that was... Because that was what happened last week, right? So, fair enough. Okay, so let's have, like, a Kevin and a Kiba. Could we have Zonda first, and then we'll kind of, like... Hang on, let me just check what are the Karen... Okay, yeah. Okay, maybe we could... Okay, yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Abraham Lincoln. If we have Thunderous first, and then we'll do either Stack Attacker or Katana next. Maybe we'll wait and see if other people show up, and then depending on if they show up or not, we'll make a decision there. But does this sound okay? So Kevin, Kiba, Zonda, and then we'll have Kieran in Team 2. And if that all sounds good, and if that makes sense, then we will kind of take it from there. I'm giving Kevin and Kiba some priority just because they have fewer options, and then Zonda gets to be in because it's Zonda Day. Even though we're only streaming twice a week, so that kind of means 50% of the time is now Zonda Day. But nevertheless, I'm just gonna... That's my logic, that's my reasoning. Okay, so let's click on the Ycom. Let's connect to the internet. Kevin, Kiba, Zonda, Thunderous, do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. Although, funnily enough, Thunderous is the one that, like, Kieran has, like, never had a shiny, so maybe I should have given this to Kieran, but... Oh, well, it's too late. I'll remember that for tomorrow. Again, I'm rusty. It's been 6 days. Right, let's go on the link code. Link code... oh, actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's go 0809 and then 1109. So, like, 8, 9, 11, 9. There's your code. Giving Zonda half of the streams. Zonda deserves it. Okay. Do. Right, Kevin and Zonda and Akiba do. Right, anyway. Okay, but yeah, I guess because we talked about... Okay, so Thunderous, you guys know this. Rock and Ice is really nice. ground types, Lightning Rod, Manectric, Cantonium, Raichu, Volt Absorb, Lantern, and Jolteon. Ground types are brilliant. Dragon, Grass, other electric types resist. Watch out for Sludge Wave. Watch out for Rain Dance and Weather Ball. Watch out for Rain Dance and Thunder. Watch out for Discharge on the he's one unhappy pappy turn. And obviously, if we change the weather, it changes the weather with it. So that like includes max rockfall with sandstorm and max hailstorm with ice. Like rock is better than ice for that reason. You guys know all this, even though it's been 6 days. You guys know all this. But no, so Genshin no longer going to be on the PS4. That is, I don't know. I did find that kind of shocking, to be honest. I mean, I know the PS4 is a few years old now, I guess. But still, like, the PS5 has only just overtaken the PS4 in terms of, like, active player base. Do you know what I mean? So, like, basically, in terms of PlayStation players, it is really only about 50% who are PlayStation 5 players, essentially. I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what kind of impact that'll have on like the player base and how often people play. Will people switch to mobile or PC, or will they get PS5s like Sky is doing, or will people just kind of this is the end? I mean, I'm not sort of blaming them because it probably is just hard. Like, it's probably harder for them to do what they want to do. I'm gonna go for Sudowoodo, but obviously Frostlass is great as well. And then Palpitoad. Oh, Sneasel's really excellent because it's also ice. And then Palpitoad is a ground type. So, yeah. Okay, so we actually have a really good, as long as we do go for Palpitoad here, then we actually have a really good team. And, like, Palpitoad could help us get a rock type, you know? Kevin, you're glad you chose to switch to playing Genshin on PC early on. Would hate to lose your progress. Yeah, it just sort of, or like have to like sort of relearn, learn something new. Right, Charmeleon is easy for us to defeat, but let's see what. Oh, Lairon. Oh, there is Lairon. We could go for Lairon if we do left for Lairon. Is that a Diggersby at the end? There is Oh, we could have Diggersby. Can we get Diggersby? Can we get Diggersby? We gotta get Diggersby. We gotta get Diggersby. I think Diggersby, although Diggersby is not a rock type and it doesn't get rock stab, Diggersby is just so good that I think we can forgive it. So I think Diggersby would be good. But yeah, no, I imagine this thing, in terms of them doing what they want to do, I've sort of said, I think I've sort of said this. I mean, I think if you were a game developer, you should kind of develop your games for like the most sort of popular weaker consoles and then build up. So basically, namely, I'm saying, like, I personally think you should like design your games for like Nintendo and then like work up sort of thing if you're going to then have like PlayStation and Xbox versions or whatever, or PC. But unfortunately, what a lot of games do is they design for these other things and then they try and crunch them down on the Switch, and that doesn't like fundamentally work. Like, don't get me wrong, you do get some very good ports and stuff like that, but you do get a lot of games that like, oh, the Switch version isn't very good, and it's like, well, yeah, because they didn't like prioritize it. And so I do think, like, kind of, again, like, game companies should kind of try to aim for their games, sort of work with, like, the weaker side of things and then build up from that. But, I guess, but some games are just more ambitious, and so they just sort of try and go as big as possible. And then when it comes to, accommodating weaker hardware, older hardware, it then struggles. And so I guess it is just probably harder for them. They probably do just want to make something that works well on, like, PC and PS5, and then I wonder how many people play Genshin Mobile, and I wonder what kind of mobile options are out there in terms of some of these gaming phones and stuff like that. Like, maybe on, like, the gaming phones it works great or whatever, but... right. Yeah, we don't need to switch to this, do we? Weiss and Tenchi and Shade Van Fan. Hello! Oh my gosh, everyone's here. Everyone's here. And then Kieran asks a question that was also on my list of things to talk about today, which is, has everyone got... Actually, should we go for Skarmory? Skarmory is easier to beat. If we use Triple Axle, Skarmory is easier to beat. We're probably now going for the Lairon. Lairon will be easy to defeat too. This isn't a problem. It's just we could have used Triple Axle on Skarmory, and that could have been really fun. But it doesn't. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to just go with Muscle Band for the power. But yes, and then yeah. So Kieran, has anyone got shiny Wochen? Yes. Have people got their shiny Wochens? If you have Pokemon Scarlet and or Violet, you can get a free shiny legendary Pokemon. You do not need to do anything or accomplish anything or be good at battling or raids. The people who are good at that stuff have done you a favor. But if you go on your game, connect to the internet, like in-game, the way that we connect on the Wycom, but for Scarlet and Violet. And then you go on Mystery Gift, just receive a mystery gift over the internet. You can get shiny Wochen. Please make sure that you do this. It is very cool. And it's free, and it'll be free for a few weeks, but get it now. And yes, and then the next raid, if you want to help out with the battling and you like doing raids, you can also now get is it Chen Pao? But they are quite tough to beat. Well, they are and they aren't in a way. It's just there's like a little bit of strategy. You can't just go in with like any Pokemon. Is essentially the point. But yeah, so you don't have to fight them in order to get them. It's just nice if you fight them because then you're helping out. But yeah, if you have a good fighting type with like Drain Punch, you'll probably at like a level 100 and it's EV trained or whatever, you'll probably win. Poliwrath. Yeah, I did. That's the thing. I tried Poliwrath. It's okay if you don't have good partners. It can kind of suck, and you can also get flinched a lot. Like I had an attempt with the Poliwrath where I lost, or I got flinched a lot. And it's just not really strong enough to like make up for the flinches. And I also had like sucky partners who just didn't help either. But if you get some okay computer partners and some okay luck, like Poliwrath works. Basically, yeah, anything. But particularly if you have fighting types that do resist ice as well. So like Emboar, Poliwrath, Keldeo. It's all good. You could switch okay. I was gonna say we could switch Sneasel for Lairon just because of the lack of health. Unless Xander wants to get the Diggersby. Maybe Xander could get Diggersby. Maybe Lairon could Dynamax, and then Xander could get Diggersby, and like that could work. I did want Palpitoad for the Diggersby, because Palpitoad is better for the Diggersby, because it's a Palpitoad. But yeah. I think I'm actually going to switch my Muscle Band for this Muscle Band, and I think if I do that, that'll work. Anyway, what is everyone else saying? You won with Hawlucha. See, Hawlucha's kind of risky, because, like, Ice is nice against flying types, but, again, as long as it's quite good, though, you can still win. Also got a ton of Terra Shards, because Wochen reached 6 million defeats. Was it 6 million in the end? Dang. But, yeah. Xander can dig their Diggersby. I like it. Covert Cloak stops that. That's true. Yeah, if you have Covert Cloak and Drain Punch, I guess you do get your health back. And if it is a Pokemon on like the strong, but here's the thing: if you have a Pokemon like Poliwrath kind of needs like a little bit of extra help from like a Metronome or something like that. So that's like kind of the only issue there. Again, it depends on if you've got like Iron Hands. Iron Hands is insanely strong, so like Iron Hands can just like use a Covert Cloak. You don't need to worry. If you have other Pokemon though that are perhaps like a bit on the weaker side or something, because again, someone might be playing on Scarlet, so they might not have access to like Iron Hands. But yeah, but other Pokemon, a Pokemon like Poliwrath is just a bit on the weaker side, so you might need a bit of help with an item like a Metronome. But right, Max Hailstorm. Kevin, I kind of feel the same thing. Just going back through some comments here. But yeah, so please download your shiny Wo-Chien. Like, it's free. Please do it. It's very good. I got one for my Scarlet and one for my Violet. Also, who just died? Did someone just die? I didn't pay attention. I was looking at chat. Don't even understand how the game can fit on a phone anymore. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, crud. Oh. Hang on, are we gonna... Oh, crap. Okay, so our Dynamax turn is now gonna pass to me, I guess? But that's okay. This is fine, because we can still just get rid of... Well, actually, no, We could either get rid of Sneak... I don't know who we get... To be honest, I actually think we probably should now get rid of Lairon. 2, 4, 6, 8. Is this true, people? I know that Lairon has the Eviolite. I mean, we could keep Lairon because it has Eviolite. We could still get rid of, like, Sneasel or Frostlass. It's sort of, we got 3 things that are super effective, none that resist. I don't think it's worth me switch... Unless I switch. Because I'm Dynamaxing. I don't know who's let me check Sudowoodo and Diggersby's stats. Maybe we can do a little bit of maths here and figure out who's gonna do better here. Let's see. 155, 97. No, actually, Sudowoodo's pretty powerful, honestly. Oh, you went for a Leper Berry. Okay. Oh, well then, yeah, you're good to have it then, Kiba. Right, hang on, my chat has stopped scrolling, so I just need to... But yeah, Iron Hands is really good for it. Like, Iron Hands, Embor... I've just been using my Magearna, that works really well. But I know it's not fighting type, but... A Pokemon like Lucario could do well, but you just have to be careful of Sacred Sword is the thing. Again, it's pretty straightforward, and you don't even need to actually beat it, but it's just... But if everyone took that attitude, then, like, we're not going to get the shiny. And I think we should get the shiny. I doubt that they would give out, like... In some ways, I doubt they'd give out, like, 3 of the shinies, and then just be like, nope, you guys messed up. Or I doubt people would stop playing, but... But yeah. Right, triple axle. Very nice. And then you'll blow up. I don't know what has prompted that, but I like the reference. Oh, was it just Sneasel? Anyway. Right. Oh, Sludge Wave, no. Would using a Ceruledge could be pretty good, but you do just have to be careful because, like, Chen Pao is like a dark. They're all dark type basically. The Ruin Pokemon. So they do have like Stab Dark. So but Ceruledge does have Bitter Blade, which does like heal you. So. Again, if you have healing moves, they can be pretty good. If you have healing moves and then you like Terra Fire, that works. So Ceruledge could be cool. So yeah, if you like already have a Ceruledge but you don't have an Iron Hands, like that could probably work. With the weaknesses, you just have to be careful if you don't have a move that heals you. Like if you don't have like some kind of Drain Punch, Bitter Blade, Giga Drain, you know, those kind of type moves. Not that you should use Giga Drain against it, because it's not super effective, but you get the idea. Used farting type Arcus, Kevin says. Right, here we go. Good luck. Oh, stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. And let's do this thing. So, Charmeleon is a girl, but it's also a no. Laron is also not shiny. Diggersby is not a Biggersby. But will we get the slightly purple Thunderous? No! Dang. I wanted my slightly purple Thunderous. Okay, so no sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there. Let's just check some natures. I'm just going to check on the old docile. Lax! There it is! Lax! There's always one. Bashful and quiet. So quiet. And docile as well. Okay, I am going to get the girl Charmeleon, because it's a girl Charmeleon. And it has the hidden ability, which means that it's useful for breeding. Even though, like, I'm probably hardly going to breed in Pokemon games again these days, because you can just bottle cap everything or whatever. Right, welcome back. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found Thunderous this time? And the answer is yes. Yes, I will. Okay. Oh, you got the Reggies. It's shiny in Pokemon Go. Nice. Okay. So chat, my lovely chat. Is there anyone interested in... so this... We got Stack Attacker and Kartana. Stack Attacker and Kartana. So could you please let me know if you are interested in either of them, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to say strike the number of times you've played, strike 0 or strike 1, and then say, I can do Stack Attacker and or Kartana, okay? Ready, set, bow, let me know who is around, who is available to play. We're definitely going to have Kieran in this next one, regardless of who it is. But let's see what we can do. Okay, so Tenchi is a Stack Attacker. Weiss can do both. Okay. So maybe we could have something like Tenchi, Kieran, and Weiss is what I'm thinking. Tenchi, Kieran, Weiss. That sounds pretty nice. So let me add... Sorry. There we go. Okay, so I just needed to like update the spreadsheet with Tenchi and Weiss. Okay, so Kieran, Tenchi, Weiss, Stack Attacker, please come on down. And Donkey Kong, hello, welcome. We did just beat a boss, so if you have not yet clicked like on the video, could you please? That'd be really, really helpful. Okay, so Ycom, let's go on the Ycom, let's go on the internet, let's say yes please to a Dynamax adventure, and then we will say Stack Attacker, and then we'll save our game, and then we'll kind of go on. Okay, so Stack Attacker, there you go, there's its silhouette. We shall go 08, 09, and then 11, 28. So there we go. 08, 09, 1128. That's the code. Ready, set, bow. Kieran, Tenchi, Weiss. Please come on down. So chat, my lovely chat. So I have actually had a lot of shinies this week, despite not doing the streams. I got shiny Wo-Chen, which, download it if you haven't. But then additionally, on Tuesday, there was the Swirlix Spotlight Hour, and I needed 2, right? Like 1 Swirlix, 1 Slurpuff, right? And I got 1 at, like, the end of my street, and I was desperately hoping, oh, please let me get, like, another. Let me get 1 more. Please, 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 let me get 1 more. And I got to, like, the little park that I was, like, walking towards, and then I got a second, and that was really cool. So I was able to like evolve another one. But the funny thing is that on the walk home, I got 2 more. So I actually ended up getting 4 of them. I don't know what happened. So Stack Attacker is weak to ground and fighting, like super duper mega weak to ground and fighting. But then water is also nice as well. So if we get a rain team going, a rain team can actually be like almost as strong. So Marsh Stomp is pretty nifty. Our Creamy has Decorate, which is pretty fun. Grimmsnarl does have Power Up Punch, which isn't like that strong, but you know, it has its merits. You got Shundo Eevee on Community Day. Nice. That's pretty cool. But yeah, so I ended up getting a load of Swirlix, and then I forgot to mention this before. I think this was like on like Saturday evening. I think it was like before the final stream, but I think it was before Sunday stream. Last weekend, I did also get. You guys know I've wanted one of these for a long time. Oh, there's Nidoqueen and Palisand. Okay, I think left could be a bit better just because I do see... Well, hang on, we'll look at what's ahead. Left or right is good here, but what else is good? Mushana, Heliolisk, Unpheasant, no, Talonflame, Lairon, Exploud... Oh, Kingler. If we went to the right, we could get Kingler. So actually, if we go to the right, if we go Palisand, we could get Kingler as well. I thought that there was like a ground type on the left, but actually it was just a Lairon. I saw some brown, but it was rock, not ground. So, yeah, we'll need to figure out... I think Palisand should go into, like, 4th place, because it's also a ground type. So whoever's in the 4th place slot should... whoever's in the 4th place slot, I think, should take the... Let's see what we got. So that's Flareon, right? Yeah. So, yeah, so if Weiss takes this Palisand, that'll be really, really good, I think. Does Palisand have good physical or special defense? I actually can't remember. So forgive me if I've just used the wrong one. And then the Kingler, like, someone else can just have the Kingler. We'll see who needs the Kingler later on. Is the special... Hang on, I gotta look this up now. Palisand, Cerebi. Right, special defense 75, defense 110. Okay, so I did pick right by going with special instead of physical. Okay, good. I was relieved there. You use Decorate on Marshtomp. That's cool. That's definitely helpful. That'll definitely do more than, like, a Magical Leaf. You could use a Magical Leaf on, like, the next turn if you want. Like, I wouldn't bother with Decorate a second time, just because I do seem to be slower than everyone else. Oh, that was very close. But yeah. So, but I'm glad I went special instead of physical. Right, Max Quake, Crud, who are you going for? Don't be Flareon. Don't be Flareon. Okay, that's fine. Wow, to the extent it's fine. Hi, Lily. Good to see you again. Right, and then I will go with... I'm just going to pick the other Max guys, because I don't think this will make a difference now. But everyone attack! And then we should be good. Okay. But yeah, but then last week, so you guys know I've wanted one of these for a long time. I've talked about how Scarlet and Violet should have an event for it, but now I have at least one, so they need to hurry up and make the event, or else before I get another. I got a shiny Galarian Meowth. I got the yellow Galarian Meowth. That was very cool. I was very happy about that. So that made me happy. So I got, like, Meowth, I've got, like, the 2 Swirlix, I got Wochen. It's been a pretty good week, I gotta say. It'd be nice if I got a shiny this weekend. But yeah, so Flareon, Artemis, and yes, Tess. Who is Oliver? Oliver and Lumity, isn't that like a Disney film? Okay. Kingler to the right. So if we go to the right, we can face Mushana. And then we can face Kingler. And then that'll be pretty good. I do wonder, potentially, we could have potentially, get it? Potentially, we could have Tenchi do a double switch because Mushana knows Energy Ball. And so We could have Musharna Dynamax against the Kingler, use a max Overgrowth, and then switch for the Kingler afterwards. I think keeping Alcremie could be really good. But yeah, let me know if that... Because Grimmsnarl doesn't have a whole load of health anyway. I think you'll be good for this fight, but I think maybe it might not be wise to keep it for the Kingler. At that lower health, if you're like Gigantamaxing, you could still get KO'd. Potentially. Oh, now that's what you say if you're going outside and you don't know if you need a coat or not. Potentially. Tenchi's gonna do the double switch. Woo! You gotta be dreaming if you want to fight Musharna. See, here's the thing, Kevin. Well, I know Musharna is like sleeping and dreaming, but I wonder how many people like really sort of pay attention to that in some ways. Like, I feel like a lot of it's like sleeping and dreaming type stuff. Kind of comes about from like Gen 5 lore, like the Dream World and stuff like that. Like, I feel like if you've never played a Gen 5 game, would people who have never played a Gen 5 game think of Musharna and sleeping? I know it is like sleeping, but how many people think... Like, I don't think of Musharna as like a sleeping Pokemon, as weird as that sounds. I mean, as we're all sitting here looking at it sleep, you know, it's like, well, it seems pretty obvious, Bo, but just, I don't know, do people think of Musharna as like the sleeping Pokemon? I don't know. Forgive me if I'm being dumb here. 2, 4, 6, 8. That was feeble and not great. G-Max finale. Crud. Everyone keep going. You're doing good. You're doing good. Right, Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse hits. Special defense down? No, that only happens to Shadow Ball. Okay. We're like one turn away from sweet, sweet, sweet victory. Yeah. Psyshock, no! No, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Do you heal? Okay. Musharna is bulky. What's going on here? I thought this would like all be okay, but you think it was more as a dream Pokemon since in the manga. Oh, I forget about the manga. But yeah, because I was around in Gen 5 and like I did like the Dream World and stuff, I kind of think of Musharna because it, like, you know, I think of Musharna as like dreaming and stuff because of that, but I don't know, like, but if someone only played like Gen 6 onwards, would they think of Musharna as all dreamy and dream related? I mean, the literal Dream Ball is kind of like based on it in a way, but anyway. Lily, you can still get autographs, like, just because it's not in pounds doesn't mean you can't get them. That's the whole point of the shop, that it's a worldwide shop. Like, you don't need to, like, pay for something in pounds to be able to buy it. Right, Tenchi's gonna double switch. But yeah, that's like the whole point of the shop, that it's like international. Right, okay. Right, Kingler, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Yeah, exactly. Tenchi's in Canada. No, Canada. But yeah, so I've had a bunch of people like internationally get them because it was sort of better than the previous option. The previous option, wasn't as like friendly for like international peeps. So then, but anyway, right, okay, right, okay. I am just gonna dig for like evasive reasons, if we do get to a third turn and I need to attack, I will figure something out. Right, here is Mushana. Right, bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Okay. Oh no, 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 no! Don't go for the. Why are these computers being like good today? They're using a lot of super effectives, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Do 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 do. Right, magical leaf. Right, max overgrowth. Kaz, hello, welcome, welcome. So anyway, Golden Meowth, Swirlix, Shiny Wo-Chen, Genshin PS4. That's thing. I wrote that. That's thing. I have been spending the week writing down the little things to talk about. Oh yeah, guys, gals, non-binary pals. I did say, 2468. That was feeble. Oh no, 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 no! Stop with the bubbles! Stop with the bubbles! The bubbles! Okay, and that's why I didn't want us to keep Grimmsnarl. Right. Oh, magical leaf. Very nice. Was that crit? No, that just did a lot of damage. Okay, come on, Mushana. We need you for the victory. And then Mushana's going to switch again. Yes, please get the shiny Wo-Chen. Okay, so, but no, I was going to say, guys, gals, non-binary pals. I did say about how on Monday, if you remember, like back in January, I got the HPV vaccine, and we talked about that. And then a few months ago, I had a second dosage of it. It was like a 3-part vaccine. When I went, when I was checking in, the guy was like, oh, we have like a new flu, and we don't have you registered for like tetanus. Now, I do believe I'm 99% sure that when I was getting my, I am okay for tetanus because I got that as part of my green card, but I didn't like have any record of it like on me in that moment kind of thing. Like they didn't have it in their system because I only started going to them. It was like at a CVS. I only started going to them after I got my tetanus for like my green card interview doctor appointment thing. So they didn't have it on their system. And I was like, well, I'm 99% sure that like the thing I got at the doctor was like a tetanus one for my green card. But I just don't have a record of it on me right now to check and get that like, you know, that 1%, you know, to that 1% to be 100% certain. And the guy said like, oh, well, if you do have like, you know, 2 doses in 2 years, like that's not a problem. So I was like, oh yeah, just give it to me then, like it's fine. So I went for like the 3rd part of the HPV, but then I ended up also getting like a flu shot and a tetanus shot. Because I was like, if I do the tetanus, that will like be in the system kind of thing. Because I did the, you know, I probably actually have it like on my drive or something like that, but anyway, right, here we go with Stack Attacker. I am going to just use Water Pledge because Dig takes 2 turns. So there we go. Let me check. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have like I don't think I have like the record for it anymore, or I don't have a record like on. I know I like had a receipt for it somewhere or whatever, but because it was part of like my green card process, and I think it was tetanus was the one that I did get, but it's just like. I can't, but just I don't have a record of that myself anymore, so it's like, or I can't see. You know, I have like a piece of paperwork somewhere, but I was like, okay, let's get this done. You know, because then it will be on the system. So, so yeah, so I ended up getting like 3 things. Because I was like, oh, well, if it doesn't do any harm to do it, on the off chance I've remembered incorrectly, which I know I haven't, but it's like, let's just do it so it's in the system, and then I don't have to worry about it for like a decade. I'd rather worry about it in a decade than like 8 years from now. You know, I was like, yeah, I may as well get as much stuff done whilst I can get it done, and yeah, so that was fun. But I was a bit like tired that day, I suppose. I think I did like fall asleep at some point. I sort of felt fine, but I did like fall asleep at one point. Right, Palisand is a no. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. Mushana! I do need shiny Mushana, but it's a no. Will we get Kingler? Doop doop? No. But will we get the Golden Stack Attacker? No. Dang. Okay. So let's just check. I'm just going to do bold, relaxed, lonely, and naughty. Wow. Lots of interesting things. But okay. I think I'm going to go for the Kingler, the G-Max Lonely Kingler. Oh, hang on. Let me just do the quick. I didn't do no sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, and no sparkles there. I didn't do the double check. Always got to do the patented double check. Samira, hello. We did also just beat a boss, so if you haven't clicked like on the video, now would be an amazing time to click like on the video, and it would be very much appreciated. So you saved your process. Would you like to keep a record of where you found Stack Attacker? I'm going to say yes. So chat, my lovely chat, can we just see who is around for, wait for it, Katana? Could you please let me know, strike, the number of times you have played thus far today? And if you can do a Katana, if you don't have a shiny of it, or it's still available in your game or whatever. So let me know if you can do Katana, and then ready, set, bow, and then we'll figure out our final ticket before we move on to the wild card. Ooh. Oh yeah, no, okay, here's the record of like, I believe like this is the record of like my tetanus here, yeah. Right. Oh yeah, so I do have the record of it, but yeah, so I do have the record of it, but just I didn't know like where to you know, like check for it or anything. But yeah, I just found it, but it's just one of those things where it was like, again, that took me like a couple of minutes there, and I was like, yeah, just if I can just have it again, just do it again. So there we go. Lara Terry, hello, welcome. Lovely to see you. And Zach is here. Oh my gosh, everyone's here. If everyone could like the video, this would be very helpful. Okay, so we've got Kevin and a Weiss, and then a Kieran too. So why don't we do that? Dooba 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 doo doo. So Katana. So let's have Xander, Weiss, and Kieran. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that very much. Okay, so let me just check. Hang on, my chat has not scrolled down. There we go. Lovely. So let's just make sure we're connected to the YCOM, the internet, talk to the nice scientist, lady. We're going to say Katana, because that's what I said we're going to do. That's what I asked you if you're available to do, and you guys and gals and non-binary pals said, yeah, I'm available to do Katana. So let's do Katana. Let's go 0809 and then 1149. How does that sound? But yeah, but basically though, on Monday I ended up having like way more stuff than I had anticipated, which was kind of funny. I was probably kind of glad to not have the extra stream, probably, honestly. We did also take cats to vets this week. Luckily, it was kind of pretty easy to grab them and wrangle them and stuff like that. But yeah, just to make sure they, I don't know, do their routine things, get them like flea treatments and stuff like that. Amelia, hello, welcome. Lovely to see you. Happy Saturday. To the extent Saturdays are happy, which for me is they're good. They're good, happy days. Right, okay. This is Kartana, so watch out for Leaf Blade. But then Fire is awesome, and yeah, unfortunately these options suck. And yeah, special fire attackers, special fire attacking Pokemon. Imagine if you fallen asleep on Monday or streaming. No, I wouldn't have fallen asleep, but I was kind of just welcome to like have the time to rest. To be honest, Lurantis does have Weather Ball. If we are able to set up some sun, that's like the best I've got though. Although Weather Ball is never a good choice for like a 4th turn Pokemon. But never mind. And then also, some of you may have seen on social media, my Positive Thinkers Unite wristband broke. Oh, that was sad. I did notice a teeny little split in it earlier in the week, so I knew it was gonna break, but when it did break, I was still sad. Right, let's see what we've got. Fire types. Fire. Is that Ordino? Ordino has fire, right? So if we go to the left, we've got some fire. Fire! But otherwise, we are severely lacking. And then Pangoro is a fighting type. So I think we have to go left, and we have to get Ordino. And then we have to kind of just suck. Weiss will need to switch for the Pangoro, because having Rhydon is going to be very bad. But yeah, if we do 4th place, switch for Ordino, and then we ditch the Rhydon for Pangoro. We might even want to get rid of Rhydon sooner, because Rhydon isn't very good against Pangoro either, actually. Dang, okay. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use 1 max ooze here, and then I will use a befuddle or whatever afterwards. Amelia asked, what legendary are we going for? So right here, right now, on this attempt, we're doing Kartana. We've already gone for Thunderous and Stack Attacker today. But then on this round, we're going for Kartana. And then we're hoping to go for Celesteela and Nihilego after this. If you are interested in joining us for either of those two, please, please, please let us know, because we would love to have you join. If only there was Flareon. Flareon would be pretty decent. Oh, look at it. Bloop, 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 bloop. Wow, have we ever seen it do that animation? I don't know. Kartana paths are always cruel. They are sometimes always cruel, yes. But here we go. Okay, liquidation. Well done. We're racking up the physical damage, the weak armor. Always nice to rack up that weak armor damage. Smart strike. That's pretty smart, if I say so myself. Although I think Smackdown is stronger, right? Like once you factor in stab. But yeah. Right, anyway. Befuddle. Actually, no, I can just go with a max overgrowth here, right? That'll be stronger. And then this should be good. To be fair, we don't really go for Polteageist. No, we don't, do we? It's kind of more... We kind of go for it to defeat it, and we kind of sometimes might choose it in the initial options, but yeah, we don't really battle it. I mean, it's funny that both Tenchi and I have had shiny Polteageists. Given how rarely we go for them. You're going for shiny Hariyama. Well, good luck. It is a nice, easy one to spot, so that's good at least. Kaz, you got the Wo-Chan. Excellent. Very nice. Yeah, I do think... I don't know what's on the second round. I don't know what we're fighting next. But although Pangoro is good against Poltergeist as well, actually, because it's got dark and fighting, so... I guess we don't really... and actually it doesn't have anything for Pangoro, because it's a dark type, so Psyshock wouldn't work. Oh, right, the Ordino. The aforementioned Ordino, how could I forget? Okay. So if we go for Ordino, and if Kieran gets it, I know there is science to the left, but Irrelicanth is just terrible. But Ordino has Flamethrower, we can count on that. Jill, hello, welcome, welcome. Oh, Amelia, you got the Shiny Wo-Chien as well. Excellent, good, I'm glad people are getting it. Makes sense for... there's no reason to not get it. Unless you're, like, currently in a Walmart... like, and trying to use their online, in which case, no, just wait till you get home to get the Wo-Chien. But otherwise, there's no reason to not get the shiny Wo-Chien. It's very cool, and it's nice to have it. So yeah. But no, good. I may be a healer, but cloak's Flamethrower. Okay. Let's see. Hang on, what else was... Oh, I gotta tell you guys, gals, non-binary pals, a quick story. So I talked to my parents this morning. I was having a catch-up with them, because I haven't really talked to them in a, like, sort of, like, properly had a, like, sit-down talk to them for, like, a few weeks. And my mum was talking about how... I had sort of said, oh, well, now that I stream on weekends... I should probably, like, talk to you guys on, like, weekdays. Like, we could just talk to each other on weekdays, couldn't we? Like, if I had a free weekday where it's like, oh, I don't have any auditions or anything, do you want to have a little catch-up? Like, we were sort of talking about that. And then my mum was sort of talking about... oh, hang on. I'm going to go for a Giga Drain. No, I'm not. I think I just need to attack. Okay, acrobatics. So we're talking about, like, having catch-ups and phone calls. And then my mum was talking about when she has catch-ups and phone calls, like, with her brother, my uncle. And she had, and she was sort of saying she sort of recommended the same thing, but, like, he hasn't... but he's still, like, called on weekend. Like, he's still, like, sort of called on the weekend. And so she sort of joked, like, oh, he hasn't... I don't think he, like, paid attention. And then my dad went, oh, who, me? And and it was like, no. And I just love that my mum talked about, like, oh, my brother didn't pay attention. And then my dad was like, who, me? It's like, no. You weren't paying attention. So that just made me laugh. Amelia, you'll join the next DA after this one. We would love to have you. That would be great. Quake is stronger than Rockfall. It is. So well done going for it. Right, we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. That's the perfect situation. I know, that's like my dad is one of the most, like, accidental, hilarious people you ever meet. Like, he does stuff like that all the time. Where it's like... You're joking, right? Like, you have to be joking. But you know, it just... But he really, like, you know, what? So, yeah. Polyroth. Let's now ditch a Polyroth. Polyroth. Let's ditch the Polyroth. Switch, please, for the Polyroth. I got a little panicky for the Polyroth. We now got rid of the Polyroth. Okay, good. Well done, everyone. Well done, indeed. So, we'll go for Pangoro. And then Weiss absolutely, definitely needs to switch here, though. Because otherwise we'll be in trouble. And Pangoro's good as well, so, you know. But then we should be good. The only other this week was like a really quiet week, although I sort of was like, I need to step back from the streamings in case like a load of stuff happens. Nothing really happened. Um, didn't really have a whole lot of stuff happen or come through or anything like that, unfortunately. Yeah, that was a shame. So that's the thing. I did have a bit of a quiet, boring week in a way where I kind of just, I don't know. I don't want to say I was like depressed or anything like that, but I did just kind of like, I was just sort of quite lethargic and apathetic and just kind of sat on my phone a lot and stuff like that. I kind of realized like I need to find some stuff to do. I mean, in a few weeks, I'm definitely going to have to do something. You know, if nothing happens to me, then I'm going to have to do something. But I was kind of like, okay, but whilst I'm like still doing nothing, I need to find something to fill the nothing. So I did play a bit of Yoshi's Island on a Switch Online, because I had never actually properly completed my like playthrough. Like I didn't fully complete my playthrough of that. Well, I sort of did like the playthrough, but then I hadn't like got 100 on all the levels. Although I did just use the rewind feature. I'm sorry, but like I've beaten Yoshi's Island a bunch of times. I don't need to like beat the levels perfectly with an imperfect control scheme to like prove anything. I've beaten the game 100% several times. And, like, you know, I just wanted to have a completed save file on my Switch in case I ever want to go back and just randomly beat some levels and stuff. So, but yeah, like, I think it came out, like, 30 years ago. Like, it celebrated its 30th anniversary. Like, this week or something like that. So it kind of been in my mind. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't, like, get a perfect score on all the levels, so... But it's just one of those things where, like, I don't want to get all the way to the end of the level and then hit an enemy and have the, like, wah, wah, and then, like, lose 2 points and then have to do, like, the whole level perfectly again. So I did use the rewind if I, like, missed anything or had, like, a slight slip-up or whatever. Right, Pangoro for Ride-On. Excellent, perfect. You love to see it. And then we should be good. Yay, small shiny guy got the Makuhita. Archaic, hello, welcome. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday, to the extent that Saturdays are happy. Which for those of you working, you're not here because you're working. It's a less happy day, but for the rest of you, hopefully Saturday's a happy day. Oh, guys, if you have not yet clicked like on the video, I'm going to say this a little bit early, but if you haven't clicked like on the video, we should have, basically, once we beat this boss, right, we should have, like, at least 17 likes on this video. So if, after we beat this boss, we're not up to, like, 17, then something's up. But yeah, so... so I kind of like did nothing, but like not in a, like on Monday I was kind of glad to have nothing, but once I got to like Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, it was a bit like, yeah, this isn't like good nothing. There's good nothing and there's bad nothing, and I kind of started to stumble into bad nothing territory. So yeah, doing Yoshi's Island was quite nice. And then I do have like a bit of a plan for like sort of this weekend and next week or whatever. But I will talk about that another time. Right, acrobatics. We're up to the 17 likes. Woo! Excellent. Right, okay. So, Pangoro speed fell. Right, here's the max flare. Come on, please let this get the KO. Please let this do enough. No! Ordino's just not strong enough. It's just not strong enough. Wow, the vacuum wave did so much. I know. This is why I wanted to do the rage. The rage. Actually, how much did it do? I actually didn't pay attention. I was like looking at chat. I shouldn't have been looking at chat, but right, rage. Oh wait, hang on. Oh wait, no, hang on. I just rage powder doesn't work on Kartana though, because it's a grass type. Oh, I just wasted that. Never mind. I forgot. Right, sorry, Butterfree. You did your job though. I forgot Rage Powder. It's because it's a bug move. That's why I don't, like, think about it. I think if it was a grass move, I would be, like, a bit more... Oh, that might not work, but I forgot Rage Powder doesn't work on Kartana. Right, Right, Max Flare. This is for the win. Stars and Sparkles. Oh, no, Vacuum Wave is a spread move, though, isn't it? Yeah. But even if it had used Leaf Blade or Max Overgrowth or whatever. Sorry, I was thinking of Air Cutter. I forgot Air Cutter and Vacuum Wave are both spread moves. Right, anyway, Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars! Well done, everyone. Sorry, I really wasn't looking. Vacuum Wave is not a spread... I thought it was just a priority move. Air Cutter's the spread move, and then Vacuum Wave is a priority move. But we were talking about Vacuum Wave, though. Right, anyway, Bark. Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles, Stars. Well done, everyone. So let's have a quick look at what we've got here, shall we? And then we'll move on to Team 4. And Wildcard galore. So, Poltergeist is a no. Ordino is not shiny. Pangoro is a Pangor no. But will we get the Silver Thinged Kartana? No. Oh, Kartana's not shiny either. Dang. Right, Poltergeist, no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there. Okay, so, oh yeah, let me check some natures and yeah, well, just natures. Oh, so that's like naughty, lax. There it is, the lax Ordino. There's always a lax or a gentle. A jolly Pangoro, that's pretty good. A naive, that's not bad either. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Pangoro though. Jolly Pangoro, that's a jolly good Pokemon, isn't it? So yeah, I will go with a Pangoro. Oh crud, I'm just bashing my controller against my desk. That's not great. Right. Right, welcome back. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found Kartana? I am gonna say yes. Okay, so chat, my lovely chat. So chat, my lovely chat. We've got we're gonna go for Celesteela and Nihilego, hopefully, but I actually need to see if people have the tickets for it. So could you please let me know if you have the ticket for either of those Pokemon, or if you can just do them, okay? So what you're gonna do is, in big capital letters, you're going to say strike, although Amelia doesn't need to worry about this. But for the rest of you, though, who have been here a bunch and have played with us before, could you please say strike in big capital letters, the number of times you've played, so like strike 0, strike 1, strike 2, and then say, I have the tickets for, right? Or just say, I don't have tickets, if you don't. But let me know if you have the tickets for Celesteela or Nihilego, and then in brackets afterwards, let me know if you can, for anything you haven't got the ticket for, then let me know if you can at least do them, okay? So let me know if you have the ticket for either of them, and then anything you don't have the ticket for them, in brackets afterwards, just let me know if you can do them, if you can join in on an adventure for them, okay? So ready, set, bow, here we go. Let me know what is going on. So we're going to have Amelia. I think Amelia, if I check the old spreadsheet arena, hang on a sec. We might have some people who have, like, never... Yes! Amelia, you are... I don't know if you're necessarily the 150th person who has ever played with us, but you are the 150th person on our spreadsheet. I think we have had people join our spreadsheet and then not play with us. Although Kramen may have tidied them up a while ago. I can't remember. But oh, no, yeah, no, there's one who... Although we don't have a name there. Anyway, the point is that you are the 150th person we have on our spreadsheet. In a year, we have had 150 people play with us. Although I suppose maybe there's Ice Thunder count, maybe. That was from before the Strike stream. But still, that's pretty cool. Okay, so so Xander has both tickets. Kevin has the Celesteela. And then, okay. So maybe what we could do... Maybe we could have, like, Kevin... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we could have Kevin host Celesteela, and then Xander could host like Nihilego, and then like so if I put like Xander and Kieran in like the next team, right? And then if in this team we have like if we have like Kevin, Amelia, and like Weiss or something like that, does that sound okay? Hang on, I'm just gonna find where's Amelia. Right, we're just gonna add Amelia. There we go, lovely. And then yeah, so does that sound okay? So if we go for Celesteela first and then Nihilego second, that could be good. So this is going to be Kevin, Weiss, and Amelia. And then for Team 5, Nihilego in like 20 minutes, we'll have Xander and Kieran, okay? And then that way we have 2 people who can definitely do a Nihilego. So your Pokemon name is Gemma. Oh, thank you for letting us know. Seriously, genuinely. Let me just add that. So, do you have the Shiny Charm? I imagine you do, Amelia, but do you have the Shiny Charm in your game? We can add that as well. But yeah. Okay. So, if you could all please get ready, please make sure that on the Ycom you are connected to the internet, that it does say you're connected to the internet in the top right-hand corner. We're going to talk to the nice scientist lady. Kevin is going to be our host, so if you are not Kevin, and this includes me, you're going to say anything is fine, because anything goes. We're going to save our game, and then when we got on the pink screen, you will have question marks on the pink screen, but Kevin will have a Celesteela silhouette. And then we'll go 08090907. I like it. It's a good code. It's a good, strong code. I'm going to add the Shiny Charm to Amelia. Because Amelia has it, and I like that, so that's cool. Amelia, do you mind if I ask what brings you here to a Pokemon Sword and Shield Dynamax Adventure stream in the year 2025? Because you have the Shiny Charm, may I presume you are a Shiny Hunter yourself? If you are, let me know what kind of stuff you've gotten from the Dynamax Adventures. So this is Celesteela. It's Steel and Flying type, so it's like a Skarmory. So Fire and Electric are very, very good. That's what we want to look out for here. And then, yeah. You were disappointed that Lunala couldn't be shiny in Pokemon Go. Yeah, it's true, but they'll bring it back for shininess. I think they always introduce things in the game first without being shiny, just so that you can get them or get a strong one or whatever, and then they kind of build up from there. I'm gonna go with a Selgor because it's a good support Pokemon, but obviously I will like need to switch before the end. But although a Selgor is not a very good support Pokemon for the kind of initial options we have here, this is a bit. Weiss, Buzzwole is the first shiny you've ever gotten. Ooh, that's cool. But yeah. Yeah, these are... Oh, Togetic has Mystical Fire. I repeat. Oh, no! Oh, no, we missed the fire. Ah, crud. Okay, no, okay, don't tell me that Togetic was, like, the only thing that had any literal firepower. Stunfisk is electric. If we go to the right, we can get Stunfisk for electric. Oh, no, and then there's Weezing. Weezing has fire moves, so that's good. So we could do Stunfisk on the right, and then Weezing, and then... Oh, Malamar has Stun... Oh, and then there's Colossal. Colossal has fire. Oh, no, this is fine. No, this is fine. As long as we switch for all these Pokemon. I don't know... So, hang on. We said Stunfisk, something Colossal. What was it? It had a fire move. What was in the middle? I forgot what... Oh, Weezing. Stunfisk, like a Galarian Weezing, but Stunfisk, Weezing, Colossal. Stunfisk, Weezing, Colossal. Who works and who doesn't work against those? Who do we keep? Who do we ditch? Because I feel like we're all rubbish against Celesteela. So, although I am definitely... I think I'm the worst one here. I think maybe I should definitely switch. I think I should switch. Like, a Selgor is just not going to be good. Like, normally a Selgor is such a good support Pokemon, but I really don't think for, like, any of these things we've got coming up it's very good. This is just very anti a Selgor, I feel. Celesteela does have Earthquake. I wouldn't worry about that too much. Oh, this is the... Oh, I did just realize this is the wrong Stunfisk, isn't it? Huh. Still, it's better than a Selgor. Yeah, I just realized this is the wrong Stunfisk. Stunfisk is only good if it's Unova, isn't it? But nevertheless, this still has Metal Sound, which is helpful for, like, Wheezing and Colossal. Basically, it's a better Selgor. So okay, if we have Hitmontop, if we have Hitmontop switch for Colossal, if I switch for this Stunfisk, then all we need to do is figure out who we get rid of out of Drapion and Bufalon, I guess. Hang on, let me just check the Dynamax order. A Selgor, Bufalon, okay. So if I'm the next one due to Dynamax, that works. And then Bufalon's Dynamaxing after that. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking maybe Drapion could be a switcher, but we'll have to see. Right, Struggle Bug. Maybe I should have just gone with a Buzz, but Colossal is times 4 weak to Earthquake. It is, but again, it's a fire type. Like, we're not gonna, like, ignore a fire. We're not gonna, like, keep something like a... We're not gonna keep a Hitmontop over a Colossal, like a Gigantamax Colossal, because that's just asking for trouble. Superpower, like a non-stab spread move isn't going to be too... Against a Gigantamaxing Pokemon isn't going to be too much of an issue. Oh, Shiny Makuhita number 2. That's nice. Again, not that it's going to be easy. There's a lot of double-edged... There's going to be a lot of double-edged swordness here, for certain. But yeah, Colossal... A Gigantamax Colossal is going to be a bajillion times better than a Dynamaxing Hitmontop. Come on, we're so close. Okay, there we go. Nicely done, everyone. Very nicely done. Team 4 galore. Okay, so no, well done, everyone. So we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them, Ash, catch them. And again, I know Wheezing is weak to Earthquake, but Wheezing has good defense. It's, and again, just Flamethrower is going to be, Flamethrower is going to be better than, like, Drapion using Lash Out, or I mean Drapion's weak to ground anyway, so but yeah, so I'm gonna switch here. I think Drapion should probably switch for the Wheezing, would be my guess. And then afterwards, toodaloo. So, yeah, so if we go left for the... Oh, there is a Scientist. Oh, this is interesting. Huh. This is a weird one. This is a weird one, because do we want to risk the science? But if we do... Well, because, like, Hitmontop and Bufalon are the 2 Pokemon we've got that are, like... Well, no, I'm good against Colossal as well, but it just is a double-edged sword. Again, lots of double-edged swords here. I don't like it. Hitmontop and Bufalon are quite good against Colossal, so it's kind of like, do we want to risk a science? If we weren't getting if the science had been before this, I would be like, oh, let's get rid of Drapion, but... Ooh, Dynamax. Unfortunately, my type changed, which is frustrating, but... Oh, Sleepy Time Mark. I almost think, like, Bufalon, the worst you're gonna, like, you could, like, you would be max knuckling against the Colossal, which would then help out Hitmontop. I think for the sake of whimsy, we could science and hope. We've had such poor choices. Usually the worse your choices are, the better your science is. And given our initial options and the pathway isn't that great, oh, for the love of... See, normally that wouldn't work. Smart Strike is pretty smart. Okay, and then here's Max Quake. Kadoosh. Oh, the Iron Tail miss. No. Okay, but no, well done, Team 4. Really nice work so far. I'm sure if we all just keep going, this will be fine. Although that clear smog resetting... No, it missed again! When did Kevin and I switch places? Right, Drill Run, very nice. Right, clear smog. Yep, fine, whatever. Okay, Smart Strike, that's pretty smart. And then Max Quake, here we go. What's quite nice is it is using the clear smog, like, before we boost our stats. So it, like, resets everything, but then I'm just boosting up again, so... 75 accuracy. I know, that's like a 1 in 16. That's pretty unlucky. If you miss it this time, then that would be really unlucky. But you didn't, so it's fine. Ooh, defense down. Oh, come on, drill. Yes, you did it, Amelia. Nicely done. Very nice work, everyone. But yeah, so I do think the old Kevin switch could be good here. And then let's just switch Bouffalont for the sake of whimsy. We could switch Bouffalont for the... If we get something that is bad, it will be annoying, because Max Knuckle on Bouffalont would have been okay for Colossal, but... We might get, like, a water type or something, or a ground type, and then that could be good, so... Yeah, I think it'll be alright. It is funny, though, because by taking this Wheezing, we are now basically sentencing Stunfisk to being a fairy type, Fury, which is bad against Celesteela. So... No, I didn't say ground works on Celesteela. I'm saying it's good for Colossal. Like, if you got a ground type, that would be good for Colossal. So... That's why I said, like, water and ground, because, like, they're good for Colossal. Oh, okay, that's terrible. That's, like, literally the worst... That's, like, literally one of the worst things we could have hoped for. Okay. Okay. That's not great. That's really not great. If we are unable to beat this in 3 turns, then maybe we keep the Hitmontop, because Intimidate is useful against Celesteela. But right, okay, there's the Intimidate. So yeah, that won't do anything for Colossal. But for Celesteela, it's kind of helpful. But yeah, I do lose my Stab here, which is annoying. Fury! Okay, right, let's see how this goes. Unless I go with a... Ugh. I really want to go with a Metal Sound, but it's just if I miss, that's the difference between winning and losing. Like, I think we can probably win this if we... if I, like, use my move 3 times in a row, that probably will be enough to win. But it's a big probably. It's a big probably. Okay. Whimsicott, do your thing. You do. At least Whimsicott does have max overgrowth, which is good. Like, it's a good neutral thing. Oh, now I'm going to turn into a grass type, which is weak to fire. Oh, gosh. Oh, Stunfisk actually is proving to be more of a liability than an asset, isn't it? Right, nicely done. Oh, and a crit. Very nice. Right, Strange Steam. More like a Strange Beam. Oh, you got the confusion. You said you were going to do it, and you did it. Okay, there's the max. Okay, no, we're going to beat this in 2 turns. This is fine. Come on, hit yourself, Colossal. Do it. No, don't go for stump. I mean, in fairness, I was still weak to it any. Oh, for the love of Nelly. For the love of Nelly. In fairness, whether I was a steel type or a grass type, I was weak to fire, but fairy wasn't. So anyway. Right, here's the max overgrowth. I tell you what would have been really good is if we had an electric type with an electric move. Like, maybe if we had gotten, like, you know, if we had gotten Malamar, because then I could have used an electric terrain pulse, and that would have been really cool, but anyway. Okay, so here's Colossal. So I do think we want to get rid of Hitmon. Because we did beat this nice and quickly, I think we do want to just have Emilia switch the Hitmontop here, because then we'll have a Gigantamax. And if we have Gigantamax in Colossal, that's going to be really, 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 really good. Getting that max flare up, and that'll help out Wheezing and everything. Shiny Salandit, nice! So yeah, so Emilia, if you don't mind taking this, 07 to Hitmontop. Hitmontop has done its job, and it has done its job beautifully. Very nice. But yeah. So Whimsicott's going to be terrible, but we just have no choice but to put up with it now. Way to let it rip. Exactly. Right, here we go then. More like a strange beam. But no, I can't believe Strange Steam worked. Who'd have thought, huh? Right, okay. So chat, my lovely chat. Oh, do you want to know what I realized this morning? I got my friend to watch the Lugia movie. My friend Lewis. Do you guys remember Lewis? My friend Lewis, I got him to watch the Lugia movie because I was like, I don't think you've ever watched it. Like, check it out whilst it's available. You'll enjoy it. So he watched it. And then we were talking about Weird Al because he didn't actually watch the credits. And I was like, oh, the Weird Al song was in there. And he didn't watch the credits. But we sort of talked about Weird Al for a second. But, like, so I knew and was aware of the fact that, like, Weird Al is, like, in his 60s. And I'm aware that he has, like, been around for a long time, like, making his parody songs. And I sort of was like, I know he's been making them since, like, the 80s. I did not realize that his first parody song was on the radio in 1976. So that means that next year, Weird Al has been making parody music, like, you know, kind of, I don't know, commercially or publicly or whatever, however you want to sort of put it, for like 50 years. So he's been doing it for 49 years, and next year is going to be like his 50th anniversary of doing parody music. So I mean, so he did start young. Like, this is like him, you know, he got his first song on the radio at like 16 years old. But nevertheless, that is wild. That is wild. Anyway, the terrain pulse, the metal sound did its job, so I'm happy. Stunfisk, you have done well. Right, foul play. Right, energy ball. Oh, I thought Whimsicott had a Moonblast. Dang. Okay. Right. Oh no. He just got his defense up. Crud, and there's Wheezing. Again, this is sort of the problem because it's got steel moves for Wheezing and for Stunfisk, like and Whimsicott, and then it's got Earthquake for Colossal. Oh, it's play rough. Oh yeah, that's it. Ah, that sucks. But anyway, it doesn't matter because between having the sun up and the metal sound, that's all you need. And that's why we needed Colossal. That's why we needed Colossal, because Colossal was always going to be the heavy damage dealer. So chat, we did it! Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars! Get those emojis in. Well done, everyone. Well done. I'm thinking for this next battle, We could have, like, Xander, Kieran, and Amelia, if Amelia's good for doing another one. If you had fun with us, Amelia, we'd love to do another one with you. And it'll be for Nihilego. So if you'd like to do a Nihilego, we could have me, you, Xander, and Kieran. But well done, everyone. Well done. No shinies for Amelia, dang. Okay, let's check mine. Stunfisk is a no. Wheezing is also a no. Colossal is a no-lossal. But will we get the White Bamboo Celesteela? No, that looks like a regular Celesteela to me. Okay, so Stunfisk is a no. Wheezing is a no. Colossal is a no. And Celesteela is a no. But right, anyway, sorry. So sassy, a sassy Stunfisk, a calm Wheezing, a relaxed Colossal, and an adamant Celesteela. Oh, adamant's good. That's a shame. Shame that wasn't shiny. But anyway, let's just check. Who is? I mean, I guess the Wheezing or the Stunfisk is probably the best. I'll go for the Stunfisk because I used it. Why not? There we go. So yeah, why don't we get Team 5? I feel alive. So, are there any older records you don't mind erasing? I don't want to erase them. But okay, so Xander, why don't you set up a code for Nihilego? And then we'll kind of take it from there, shall we? So please make sure on the Ycom you are connected to the internet. Make sure you talk to the nice scientist lady. And then just say anything goes, unless you're Xander. If you're Xander, you need to actually do some stuff. But the rest of us can just get through to our question mark screen, press the plus button, and then we can await a magic number from Xander. That will be unique and original and warm and fuzzy and good, I'm sure. 08090811. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot indeed. Someone's alluding to a certain special day coming up. They're saying the true Xander Day. I mean, we call Thursdays and Saturdays Xander Days, but the real Xander Day, the original Xander Day, is coming up. So, okay. Nihilego is super duper mega weak to ground, okay? And then it's also weak to steel, water, psychic. You guys know all this. Oh, the Marowak's a good choice. Clink Clang is a good second choice for certain. And then the rest of these, this is where it gets kind of tricky, isn't it? Oh, if anyone wants to do a Sepda Lunala with Weiss, let them know in the comments. Okay. But here we go. Okay, so Beartic, normal type. Oh, ground was on the right, and then didn't really get to see the rest. Was it a good ground type, though? Dunsparce, okay. Oh, it was Claydol. I mean, it is Psychic, so it's not that bad. Claydol is okay, but... Oh, and then there's Ditto. Ditto's always fun. So who do we want to do for... I do think Dunsparce could be good, because Beartic is good against Marowak. Like, that's my theory, my game theory. Like, just Dunsparce is kind of just, like, more inoffensive. So, Ditto for the memes. But yeah, if we have Claydol for the... Well, just for sort of some semblance of practicality, and then Ditto for the memes, this could work, basically. Boldor does have Max Quake, doesn't it? So maybe we fight Ditto, but we don't keep Ditto, because I think Nihilego is one of the few Pokemon where Ditto doesn't really work that well. Against most Pokemon, there's usually like some super effective or pretty nifty, you know, aspect. You know, like say if we had like a Thunderous for a Thunderous, if we had like an Ice type team, or like say if we set up the Hail or the Sandstorm, then if we had a Ditto, we could use Weather Ball, right? And that would be really good. If you're against like a Dragon type legendary, you can use a Dragon type move to be super effective against them. Like a lot of these legendaries do have some, you know, move that's super effective against themselves. Any of the Ghost type ones, Lunala for example. Lunala is a great Pokemon to get Ditto for. So how long will this stream be? We typically always do 5 Dynamax Adventures, and then that's usually where we stop. We do seem to have a bunch of people here today. If you haven't already clicked like on the video, now would be a great time to. We did just beat a boss a couple of minutes ago. But I mean, if there were like a load of people here who wanted to do 1 extra when we get to the end of this, like maybe we have enough people here for that. Maybe for like Xander Day, we do a 6th Dynamax adventure, who knows? But typically this would be expected to be the last one. But we have like powered through these like very quickly today, so nicely done, Team 5. I feel alive. So you want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them, catch them. Maybe we should keep the... If you don't get a shiny, keep the Dunsparce, transfer it to Scarlet and Violet, and see if it evolves into a 3-segment Dunsparce. How about that? But like Celesteela is a good example of a Pokemon that's weirdly good against itself, because you could it has Smackdown, so you could use Smackdown on the opposing Celesteela and then bring it down, and then you could use ground moves against it. I wouldn't recommend Earthquake because that does hit your allies, I believe, or at least it should do. I'm kind of surprised they gave it Earthquake in a way because of that. Like having Ditto and Celesteela is, I don't know, it's an interesting one. But you have a family of 3 and Go. Oh, that's very impressive. How many did you have to evolve to get that? Because I don't know what the odds are for it is the thing. So but there we go. Okay. Right, Claydol Jones. Right, here we go, everyone. Oh, I'm bashing my desk. Not with the controller. Before Kevin makes any jokes. It's not a Shundo. No, I did see someone with a Shundo family of 3, though. Which is very impressive. I think it was like a... Or was it just a fam... No, or was it just a family of 3 that was a Hundo? Can't remember. Did I take a screen... Maybe I... Hang on, I think I took a screenshot. Let me see if it was, like, shiny or, like, Shundo or just, like, regular. Screenshots... Here we go. No, it's a shiny... It was Lucky, which I think is why it was a Hundo. But, like, a Hundo... So a Shundo family of 3. That's got to be one of, like, the rarest and unlikeliest things to have. Right, throat chop, baby, throat chop. Oh no, we used a ground move. Yeah, Claydol does have the levitate ability. Boldore is famously bad against a Claydol. You just kind of have to either go for Stone Edge and hope for critical hits, or Body Press because it's like more consistent. But yeah, it's not great. It's not very effective, but it was a crit, so there you go. That's why you can go with the Stone Edges. Right, throat chop, baby, throat chop. Nicely done. Right, Psychic. Very good. And then here's the Max Steel Spike. Kadoosh. Why do you need to verify your phone number to go live? To go live? I didn't know about that. Right, Max Steel Spike. Maybe just to, like, make sure you are a human being, a real person or something. I don't know. Right, Stone Edge. I don't think that one was a crit. Right, Throat Chop. There we go. Very nice. What throat on Claydol are you chopping? It's the bit between his bottom part and his top part. That's the throat. Right, Max Mindstorm. Oh, crud. Oh, crud. Oh, crud. Mian Chao, no. No. Well, that's not great. The battlefield got weird. That means we can't use any priority moves either. I don't think we have them, but... Right, here's the Max Steel Spike. Kadoosh. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. I would just go with the body press here, in which case... like, consistency. Oh, no! Oh, no! 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 Our Dynamax! No! Okay. Crud. I didn't realize that was turn 3. Oh, crud. 2, 4, 6, 8. Is this chip feeble or great? Okay, well now we get the special defense boost. Right, body press. Yes, we did it. Okay. So if we've got like Claydol and Ditto, right? I'm just trying to think here. If we've got Claydol and Ditto coming up, and if Ditto turns into a Marowak, right? Ditto's going to turn into a Marowak, right? I mean, we'll double check all this in a sec, but we'll figure out who needs the Claydol. I think maybe get rid of the Boldor for Claydol, honestly, but because Marowak is a ground type with stab. Oh no, we could get rid of Mian Chao. No, we could get rid of the Mian Chao still. I think we should still probably get rid of the Mian Chao. The one thing Mian Chao can do is it can use Wide Guard, which protects against Brutal Swing and Sludge Wave. So, or you could just switch for Ditto, and that could be funny. So, so yeah, I will leave it up to you, Kieran, whether you want to keep the Mian Chao, maybe go for some wide guard strats, or whether we switch so that we have Nihilego, which is okay against an opposing Nihilego. Right, Imposter, there's the Marowak till we get ground down by a Marowak. Although this could be tough as well, Marowak has very good physical defense. Maybe I'll just use Metal Sound, and that'll help out with like the Claydol and the Mian Chao and stuff like that. Because like maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. Right, Aura Sphere. Metal Sound. And then this will help out Claydol with the Max Mindstorm. So this is good, this is good. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, my friends. Okay. And then basically, if we all just do what we're doing, like, this turn, basically, but, like, again, we'll KO it in 2 turns easily. Like, easy. Like, Aura Sphere will do a bunch more, Max Mindstorm will do a bunch more. It'll all be good. Right, here's the Max Darkness. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, no, that's not fair. That's not nice. How dare. How dare. One thing you missed back in the days of Gen 2 is that when Ditto transformed, it would turn into a purple version of its token. It did have like a slightly purpley glow, didn't it? That's true. I tell you what, I'm just going to go for a Giga Impact, because we've been talking about Impact a lot today. Ooh, Aura Sphere, and then the Max Mindstorm. Nope, okay. Dang. Nice, Team 5! I feel alive. Well done, everyone. Do-do-do-do-do. But there we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, the only other big, sort of quote-unquote big thing I was going to say from this week is I made waffles. I made waffles because I am getting a bit fed up of the other breakfast thing that I've been making, my like peanut butter banana oat bars, just because I needed chocolate chips for them, but chocolate chips are like super expensive now. So I was like, oh, I'll make them plain, but then you need the chocolate in them. Whereas with waffles, I can buy like a chocolate sauce, and the chocolate sauce doesn't work very well with the bars, the peanut oat bars, but it did work well with the waffles. So I'm going to play around with waffle recipes a bit and stuff. But yeah, and I might actually make some waffles later as well, some more waffles. I won't get into all the reasons why and how and who and when, but yeah. Oh yeah, Kevin. Yeah, speaking of Genshin, that's like, Kevin. When I saw that news the other day about the PS4, there was like a great comment. Basically, the first comment I saw was someone saying like, well, we're never getting that Switch version now. And I do almost think that maybe with this news, like we're probably not going to get a Switch 2 version. If a Switch 2 is like comparable to like a PS4 or a PS4 Pro, the Switch 2, then we're probably not getting like a Nintendo version of Genshin Impact, basically. Should I Wander Room? No. I would just attack it. I don't think there's a Wander Room. Like we've got like mixed attackers, and I mean, basically we're kind of banking on Marowak and myself to just be able to attack. Maybe if it uses Wander Room, it's just one of those things where because it could Wander Room at any point, it can like mess up our plan, basically. Like there's just not really any point in it. Basically your job is to not die, whilst Marowak and Clink Clang do all the dirty work. Oh, see, look, it just used Wander Room. So I mean, maybe. Oh, acid. Oh, it has acid spray. Oh, that's actually really good. That's smarter than. I forgot it had acid spray. That's good. Right, gear. You know what really grinds my gears? This is cool because look, and then if it uses Wander Room again, right? Like then the physical attacks will start doing a whole bunch, right? So yeah, this works. I don't know. Does brutal? Brutal swing hits everyone. Oh, I forgot that. I forgot it hits everyone, doesn't it? I thought it only hit like opponents, but okay, yeah. Yeah, the acid spray is perfect. I forgot it had acid. I always think of it as having like Sludge Wave and Power Gem, and I forget it. I always forget it has acid spray. I know it has a second poison move, but I always forget that second poison move is acid spray. That's it. I'm making pancakes for dinner, Zach says. Exactly. But yeah, no. So I made waffles, and I haven't had waffles in a while, so like they were just really good. And I might make some more later because basically we actually have like enough ingredients for more waffles. I didn't realize. I made them with bananas instead of eggs, but like we actually have eggs now, so I might make some again later. I need to see. Right, here's the psychic. Show me potato psychic. We did it, chat. We did it. Sludge Wave hits everyone too. That's true. That's why I didn't say Sludge Wave. But I forgot about Brutal Swing. So, well done, everyone. But no, Acid Spray. Okay, Ditto works for Nihilego because of Acid Spray strats. There you go. That kind of works your way around the whole weak special defense thing. So there we go. I don't think we'll do a sixth battle, guys. I think we will probably call this here today. But let's do a quick final patented double shiny check because I'm going to be back tomorrow. So, but yeah. So here we go, everyone. Dunsparce is a no. I do need a shiny Claydol. No. Okay, fine. Be that way, game. I don't need a Ditto. Because it's also not shiny, but that's okay. The final thing is, will we get the Golden Lego? No! Ow, humanity. Dang. Dang. Right, oh, jolly. Timid, sorry, timid. It was attack down, so it was timid. Timid, docile, rash, and serious. I might go for the... No, you can never have too many Dittos is my motto, so we'll go with you can never have too many Dittos. Oh, well. Right, I think we will call that there. I think, like, based on... I don't know how many people are, like, watching right now or available to play or anything like that, but I think maybe we'll just call that it for now. Because we've done 5, we've filled our quota. So chat, my lovely chat, thank you Xander and Kevin for hosting those final 2. Chat, I will be back tomorrow. If you are not here tomorrow, if like today is your last day until next weekend, then please wish Xander a happy birthday, because Xander has a birthday on Monday. So make sure you wish Xander a happy birthday before you go. But if you're here tomorrow, you're still going to have a chance to do it. So don't miss it. I mean, we're not going to stream on Xander's birthday. I believe we did do that last year because it was like on the schedule, but I can't remember. But there we go. So yeah, we'll call that it for today. Thank you all for joining me. We kind of blasted through the 5 very quickly there, didn't we? But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, the 10th of August. So hopefully I see a whole bunch of you again tomorrow. That'll be at 2 p.m. Pacific, okay? So right now, it's almost 1 p.m. Like, it's 12:52. So if I go like this, look, it says 12 in the top right-hand corner. It's 12:52 for me. So I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. So like a day and an hour, 25 hours from now. And we'll be back for Xander's birthday eve, which will basically just be exactly the same as today. Like functionally speaking. So please take care. Lots of love. And I will see a whole bunch of you guys tomorrow, hopefully. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. If you're doing any... Oh, Pokemon Go, there's like a Munchlax hatch day. Go hatch some eggs, and maybe you'll get a shiny Munchlax. Saves you having to do the Ogre Pond busting game or whatever it's called. So take care, everyone. Lots of love. See you tomorrow. Like the video if you haven't already.